So this is the starting material. This is the millet that's been germinated. Zoom in on it. And this is the one that gets sent to the grinding mill.
Yes.
It's been sitting outside, covered with like a woven grass mat that has been dampened for some time, and that's what makes the millet germinate like that.
Yes.
And then it gets sent to a grinding mill after it's been dried out, like you see it now. And that becomes the raw material for the Pito process. The millet has been added to the drum about 2.5 hours ago, and the brew mistress has just skimmed off the top and added it to pot number 1. This is pot number 1. This is a sieving process. Stirring the bottoms. It's the sieved. This is the last of the bottoms. Don't worry. That's like the 3rd time I bumped my head on this thing, or 4th. You gotta stir. Stirring is important, otherwise I think it forms into a clump. Something. The sieved water is put there overnight and then covered. They say if you don't cover it, it'll get bitter. You see? Now the color has changed and it's getting a lot thicker. Yeah. And sometimes it overflows a bit into this, and they put it in this bucket, and then when it reduces, they'll add it back. So it's a little bit overflowed, so we have to remove some of it. You can see how it's getting dark brown and thicker. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning in Navrongo. I'm getting ready to go back. Pot 1 is cleaned and ready. This is going to be pot 2. It's also ready. And here's the middle stage where they put it here overnight. This is the starchy leaves, starchy tree stems that will be added. This is actually okra stems. Now we're putting the contents back into the pot to get ready to boil them. So the starch has been added to the bottom half of the drum. And now we are sieving it through a basket. You can see that the shape of the basket is important. Definitely a three-dimensional filter with a large pull-up volume. So pot 1 is heating up. Pot 2 is now getting filled with the sieved water. Good morning. The mash is being removed. Now adding more water to wash the mash. So it's about 8 o'clock in the morning on day 2. Pot 1 is getting ready to boil. Pot 2 is heating up. We still have a little bit of the wash to add to pot 2. And then they're going to boil it all day long, like till 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock or so, until all the contents of pot 2 are transferred into pot 1 and it all becomes one pot. It is 12:30 and the contents of pot 1 are almost all transferred into pot 2, which is boiling and frothing. Well, not frothing, but boiling. And it's smoky in here and hot in here. Cool, I'm not getting anything. Now it's the next day, and the Pito is being sold. Although the house is just a little bit empty right now, but probably later today it'll get busier.